Welcome to the Workamper Show, brought to you by Workamper.com. This podcast helps you discover how to finance your RV travel dreams. Each one of our episodes will introduce you to people who are already living the RV lifestyle or to work camping opportunities all around the U.S. You'll also learn how to hit the road the right way and make the most of every opportunity. Now let's turn over today's show to your host, Greg Gerber.
Whether you're boondocking between jobs, staying in remote locations, or simply preparing for unexpected power outages, the right generator can make all the difference. This week I'm talking with a representative from an RV industry supplier that manufactures and sells generators for RV use. Today's episode is sponsored by Workamper News. Much more than just a job listing website, when you put the tools of this professional service into action, you'll find out just how easy it can be to turn your work camping dreams into reality. A Workamper membership opens the door to a one-stop shop for all things work camping. Being the original resource for work camping, you'll find the largest number of job listings, be able to connect with a community of work campers, and view resources compiled by experts who've been enjoying the RV lifestyle for many years. If you're serious about leading a successful and enjoyable work camping lifestyle, then membership is for you. Join today at www.workamper.com. Embark on new adventures today with the support of Workamper News behind you. One of the biggest challenges for many full-time work campers is having dependable power wherever the road leads. Today I'm talking with Chris O'Connor from RVMP. It is a company that's bringing new ideas to the RV industry when building portable and permanently installed RV generators. Chris explains how RVMP has focused on making generators smaller and lighter without sacrificing power. He also addresses why dual fuel capability gives RVers more flexibility and how inverter technology delivers clean power that's safe for today's sensitive electronics. Chris explains how choosing the right generator can help keep everything from your air conditioner to your microwave running when you need it most. If reliable power is important to your work camping lifestyle, you're going to find plenty of practical information in this conversation. To tell us more about his company and its generators, please welcome Chris O'Connor with RVMP to the show. Thanks for joining me today, Chris. I really appreciate the time. Tell us a little bit about RVMP and what it does and how it was started.
So RVMP was started in the late 2010s, 2018 to be precise. And RVMP began as a company that was dedicated to bringing updated and innovative generator products to, at the beginning, primarily RV manufacturers and RV consumers. Over time, the company, we've branched out. We now do portable generators as well. We have a very big line of security trailers. If you're ever at Home Depot and you see a trailer with like a light or some cameras on it sitting in the parking lot, we make those. There's other things as well. We're bringing brush cutters and lawn mowers to our lines. We have water heaters, but at the beginning, it really all started with generators and trying to innovate a product that is needed by pretty much everybody that uses an RV or everybody that's involved with that industry, but we thought had gotten pretty stagnant for a while, and we wanted to try and update it and bring some new innovations to that market.
Sure. What makes your generator so different from the others?
So for one thing that we're super proud of is just the reduced footprint in terms of size and weight. It's not the flashiest innovation, quote unquote, but it is a thing that our manufacturing partners really appreciate. So our generators, in comparison to some of our other big name competitors, they're going to be lighter. They're going to take up less space, which obviously manufacturers appreciate. And then we've even taken our older models and we've continued to update them. For example, we had the 4000E, which was the second model of our 4,000 watt install generator. This last summer, so around a year ago now or so, we launched the 4000E Mini, which shaved off another 20 pounds. Cut off a couple inches, and it's all the same power and all that. So just size and footprint is one thing. But we also, all of our install generators offer dual fuel capabilities, so they all can run on either gasoline or propane. It's as easy as just flipping a lever that you find inside the access door, and then as long as everything is hooked up coach side properly, you can run either gas, so you get extra flexibility that way. Every one of our install generators also has an emergency pull cord or recoil start. Sometimes with install generators, if there's like low voltage in your battery, which can happen, it can be like, maybe I can't get it to start with the electric button, or from the internal panel on the inside of the coach. But we like to put that recoil pull cord on there just so that in the event of something like that happening, you have that fail-safe way to start your generator.
That's brilliant, Chris. Nobody else does that, as far as I know, for an installed generator.
Same with me. As far as I'm aware with installs, it's not something that our competitors offer, but that's one of the things that we're like super proud of, because you don't want to ever be out in a bad situation or in bad weather and some issue happens and you're trying to troubleshoot it. That's worst case scenario for anybody using these products. So we like to really harp on that point. We want to give people as many options as possible.
You said it takes up a less footprint and that the manufacturers requested that. That's a big benefit for RVers too, because they need to squeeze every inch out of their storage space.
Yeah, the space is a big thing. And we're going to continue to try and reduce with time. I mentioned the 4000 Mini. We've got prototypes for a 5500 Mini as well, because we have, as far as the installs goes, we have a 28, we have a 4000, and then a 55. We've shrunk down the 4. The 4 is actually in the exact same shell and body casing as the 28, if that gives you an idea of the size. It's a 4000 watt, but put into a much smaller body. We're trying to do that same kind of thing with the 55, reduce the weight by another 15, 20 pounds, shave off a few inches. And that's, like you said, good for the manufacturer as far as saving weight and space, but also it's nice as a user as well to just have that extra wiggle room.
I agree wholeheartedly. That some RVers are concerned about the quality of the power that is being generated because there's so many finicky equipment, appliances, and things like that need the clean power. Do you guys provide that?
Our install generators, they're all inverter technology, same with our portables. But what that means is that all of our generators are safe for all of your sensitive appliances. So things like microwaves, TVs, computers, phone chargers, things like that. They're all designed to give you safe, clean energy that's not going to risk any damage to your electronics that you're trying to charge or power. So we do make that a point of emphasis as well with all of our units.
That's good. I'm sure that will be very helpful to folks. And the one thing about generators is that sometimes you have to be very careful about what you can operate on that. And you said your generators range and power from 2,800 watts to 5,000 watts. So
actually 5,500.
5,500. Okay, very good. So is it possible to run the microwave and other things at the same time on generator?
Oh yeah. The way that we see it with our 3 different models, because we got 2.8, 4,000, 55. We typically, to our manufacturers, we sell the 2.8 to a lot of B-van manufacturers, a lot of B-van plants. If that's all the power you really need, and especially in one of those smaller kind of vehicles, that's who's typically interested in that model. Although now with the 4000 E-Mini in the same size, we started to push those towards B-vans as well. The 4000, we typically run those, and we run those on not Super Cs, but Class A's, things like that. Those are more than powerful enough to get maybe 1, even 2 air conditioning units, as well as a microwave and another appliance. Plenty strong. And then the 5500s, we have been selling those to a lot of Super C manufacturers. And so those are going to have you covered. You can run your air conditioner, your fridge, your microwave. You probably still have a little bit of wiggle room there as well. So it's about picking the right model, right? But as long as you pick the right model for your needs, you'll be good. And we provide relative power ratings for most appliances in our manuals as well as our online resources. And we always we have a lot of support content to try and give people a good idea of what they can run without overpowering the generator and causing that whole issue. So we do try to be thorough in that way.
How big are the portable generators?
So when I was talking about footprint and size with the installs, we're even more proud of that with the portables. So we have the 22, the 33, and then we have a 4,500 watt. So 3 models, once again, for portables. The 22 and the 33, you could carry those pretty easily, just like a briefcase. And then our 4,500 is our biggest one and our heaviest one. Even that is hovering around 100 pounds, give or take. So you can pick it up with 2 hands. And we also offer a suitcase handle that extends out and it has back wheels. So just for the mobility factor, for the 45, you can wheel it around and move it that way. But for the 22 and the 33, and they're pretty light, you can pick those up and carry them no problem.
That's wonderful. So they'll work with just about any RV, I would imagine.
Yeah. And we make the 4500 with the proper plugs to do RV hookups. And then they also have basic outlet plugs as well. So 22, and we designed them to be both RV compatible, but also just good for normal everyday usage, even away from an RV.
That's very helpful. I know many of the work campers are full timers, and so they tend to navigate to the bigger rigs, but people like to have this generator as well and have it available to use in case the power goes out in the summer, in the winter, etc. It's just a neat tool to have on hand.
Oh, they're nice to have. And we also, for our 4500 portable, that one is also dual fuel as well. So same as with the installs, you can run that on either gas or propane. We also, with the 4500, they come with a key fob, which allows you electric start even without having to go near the generator. So if you have it hooked up, but it's not actively running, and maybe it's raining outside or a little cold, you won't get it started. You've got this little key start button. You can press that and it'll do the electric start for the 4500. So even that, talking about getting back to the innovation factor, right? Just anything to increase that convenience for anybody that buys our products.
Absolutely. That sounds like a good deal. You say on your website that your generators are built for hustle. What do you guys mean by that?
Built for hustle. If I could sum that up, one thing about RVMP is we're, all things considered, we're still a very young brand and a very young company, especially in comparison to our competitors. So part of our philosophy and our mindset that we try to adhere to is hustle and always put your best foot forward, no matter what that entails. And we like to think that we associate with a lot of our partners, but also appeal to customers that have that same kind of mentality. No matter what, you're doing it the best you can, and you want to have the best equipment available to you for whatever it is that you're trying to tackle. And so we make generators that are for people that they want to get the best out of their products. They don't settle for half as good. And we want to give people the most flexibility and ability as possible with every unit that we sell.
That's a good answer. I appreciate that. The onboard generators, who is already installing them in their RVs? If they were to go out looking for RVs, where are they going to find your generators?
Yeah, so we work with a number of OEMs, including Thor, who is one of our oldest and most loyal partners. So Thor, Brinkley, Jayco, Winnebago, Gulfstream, that's another big one. Fourth River, we do a lot of work with them. Their facility is actually, their Dynamax facility is 5 minutes around the corner from our office. So we see them pretty frequently. But a lot of really big name brands in the RV manufacturer space, we are supplying them one of our generators in some way, shape, or form, whether it's for their Super Cs or their Class A's, or even Coachman. That's another one that we do for B vans. We supply them with our 28s. So a lot of different names in that.
So it's a good chance that RVers are going to find them if they're going to RV shows and
I would say so.
Okay.
I would say they're picking up, we've already picked up a big market share in the OEM space, and it's only growing more and more by the day. And I hopefully, obviously, God willing, that will only continue to improve. So your odds of seeing one are fairly decent, especially if you're looking at a newer unit, right? If it's a unit made before 2018, unless somebody got an install done and a swap, they're probably not going to see it. But if you get one made in the last 5-6 years or so, your chances will be higher of seeing one of ours in there.
Is it possible to replace a generator with one of your models?
Yeah, it is. We actually offer generator swaps and installs at our locations. So if you go to our Columbus office, we have one of our service techs there who will drop out your old unit and install one of ours. Or if you're closer to Indiana, you can come up to our office in Elkhart, and we do installations out of our service bay here as well. We do that pretty frequently. But yeah, we definitely recommend that a technician do it, but people do it all the time.
Where can people find the portable generators?
So if you go to, there's two places actually, rvmp.co, that's our main company website. That's where you can find all the installs as well as the portables. They'll both be in the same little drop-down tab. But also there is a second website called My Flex Power is the name brand for our generators, because like I mentioned right at the beginning, our company has branched out into other things as well. Flex Power is the generator brand, and My Flex Power is where our portable generators live on their own. So you can either go to RVMP and you'll find them there.
Okay. Are they in any retail stores?
The portables, we actually just recently, they haven't been for a while. We've actually been trying to get into that space, but as of the last few months, we've gotten a small foothold in some Ace Hardware stores closer down south. Nowhere near widespread yet. Still very early stages of that partnership, but hopefully within the next year, 2 years, that will continue to expand outward, but that's something we're actively working on.
Okay. Yeah. So if they order one online, it would be shipped to them?
Yes. And also we do not charge shipping.
Wow.
We offer free shipping. And we typically say that if you order, we will typically give you a promise of no more than 4 days for it to get to you. In the event that something goes wrong, then obviously get in contact with our team and we'll make sure that we get tracking on it and try and get it quicker. But we typically offer between 2 and 4 days delivery time, free shipping to anywhere in the country.
Will RVers be able to see your folks at any of the big RV shows like Pennsylvania and Florida?
You talk about the Hershey show? Yeah, so I was actually at that trade show last year. I hadn't thought about it in a while. You actually made realize it's coming back up. So I believe, yes, we will probably be at Hershey again. I don't have confirmation on that, but I think we've gone pretty much every year that we've been in business. So I'd be surprised if we didn't. We also typically go to the Tampa RV show. We had a presence there last summer. And outside of that, I don't have too much extra knowledge, but I will say we have a huge presence going forward the rest of this year at NASCAR events. We've been leaning into that heavy. We were at Talladega. We were just at the Michigan International Speedway. We'll be at Echo Park in Atlanta in July. There's a few in August that we're supposed to go to. And yeah, we have a big event presence throughout the rest of the year because those are places where a lot of RVers and campers go. So it's a big market. We like to go and we get ourselves a campsite and a tent. We're going to have our custom RV made by Thor here with our branding on it soon. So we make a nice little setup and we invite people to come and hang out and check out our stuff.
Will we see a Flex Power NASCAR vehicle on the track anytime soon?
Actually, there's already been one. Yeah, we were at Echo Park a few months back. I want to say 5-6 months back maybe. And we had a whole car wrapped in our branding. Josh Balicki was the driver. We've since partnered with a separate race team, and that's going to be coming. That partnership's going to be kicking in, I should say, in the next few races. That's so neat. New stuff on the horizon. Be on the look. You might see us on the track. Yeah.
Earlier in the conversation, you said that you make security trailers, and that's something that campground owners might be interested in. Not more for security, but just if they're having a big outdoor event or something like that, can need extra lighting for the night games and things like that. Where can they find information about the security trailers?
Flex Security. I want to say Flex Security. You can look at it through rvmp.co, but I may be wrong, so don't quote me on that. I know that we do have a separate Flex Security website. Okay. I'm assuming flexsecurity.com. I don't work with security, but I believe it's flexsecurity.com, and that's where you can go and get a visual on our trailers and also get in contact with us if that is an interest. We currently sell and lease these out all across the country, mostly for security purposes, but also we're releasing new models of the trailers with ultra bright lights for illuminating work sites, constructions that happen when it gets dark. So that's stuff that's in the work as well, which might be of interest to some people.
I'm sure it would be. That's absolutely correct. So where can people get more information about this product again? Remind us, it's on the website. Are you also in
the security trailers?
Oh, no, just the generators.
Just in general. Okay, so yeah, you can either go to rvmp.co. That's our main website. That'll show you everything about the water heaters, install generators, portable generators, as well as some of our other products that we have coming down the pipeline, like our brush cutter and some other power products that we're working on releasing to the market. We also have social media. You can find our YouTube, which is just capital RVMP, all caps. And you can also follow us on social media. Our Instagram for RVMP is lowercase RVMP_life. And then Flex Power, the portable generator brand, also has an Instagram, which is simply My Flex Power, all lowercase.
Excellent. Thanks for sharing this information with me today. I really appreciate it.
I really appreciate you giving me a chance to talk to you. It's been good.
Sure. So, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Chris O'Connor with RVMP shared some great insights into how generator technology continues to evolve for today's RVers. We learned about features like dual fuel operation, remote starting on portable models, and emergency pull start capability on installed generators. All of those are designed to give travelers more confidence when they're away from hookups. Chris also explained how RVMP works with many major RV manufacturers while offering replacement installations for existing coaches, making upgrades easier for RV owners who want newer technology. To learn more about RVMP's installed and portable generators, visit rvmp.co. You can also explore the Flex Power portable generator lineup at myflexpower.com, follow RVMP on YouTube, and connect with the company on Instagram. That's all for this week's show. I'm looking for people who are willing to share their RVing and work camping experiences, good and bad, with the Workamper community. If you'd like to talk about your adventures, I encourage you to schedule an interview with me at workcampershow.com. We'd love to hear about your work camping experiences, how you got started RVing, and what you love and dislike about the RVing lifestyle. Help others to explore all the different ways to live this great lifestyle by sharing your story. If you're an employer of work campers, we invite you to be on the podcast too. Share all the details of your work camping jobs in a future episode. It only costs a little bit of your time. Schedule an interview with me today by going to workcampershow.com. You'll find the schedule buttons at the bottom of the homepage. Thank you for listening.